Well, back on Douglas Promenade with me is Michael Josem, Chair of Live Van here in the island, and you've been making some remarks about the promenade and how it's coming along, so I thought to catch up with you about this one. Your views are?
Yeah, look, it's simply just not good enough. In that over the last 3 months, we've had the government seems to be reacting in crisis to the unfolding charade of the promenade redevelopments.
Charade.
Indeed. So over the last 3 months, you have the first strike was we had the government launch their grants program for affected businesses and workers, but then we find out in the newspaper last week that no grants have been paid out. Then, in a hurried effort, they've launched, or announced at least, some new loans with more taxpayer money getting funded to try and fix up the mistakes of the management here. Mm-hmm. And now, third of all, just last week, we've got a new Transport Supremo being appointed by the Isle of Man government in Tim Baker. And, it's almost like something out of a Yes Minister episode where you've got this new Transport Supremo coming in. I don't know whether he'll be sleeping on a bag of nails or wearing a crown of thorns, but either way, it's just not good enough.
What's your answer?
So the answer is that you need to have proper accountability in our elected representatives, and that's really what the fundamental problem is that each one of these errors, these mistakes, which are putting people's livelihoods and people's businesses at risk, is just being covered up with band-aids of more taxpayer money, more taxpayer money, more taxpayer money. So whether it be appointing this new Transport Supremo, whether it be this new loans program, or this grants program that doesn't actually pay out any grants, it's just all furphy. It's just a mess.
And you think you're the people, as a party, you would have this sorted out?
Well, I don't think it's about us as a Liberal Vannin party. It's about what's best for the Isle of Man people. And so this is just a constant unfolding, charade where it's, one crisis after another.
So what would you like to be seen done by the government?
Sure. So what needs to happen is the government needs to hold its own members to higher standard. And so whether that is the Chief Minister finally picking up the phone to Ray Harmer and saying he's lost his confidence, because it seems that from his public actions, where we've got the Department for Enterprise, they're coming in to provide emergency assistance. We've got Tim Baker being drafted in to provide emergency assistance. I think there are real questions now need to be asked about whether the Minister for Infrastructure is really up to the job.
So you will see replaced?
Well, I want the government to be held to account and the politicians to be held up to account, because currently people's jobs and their livelihoods are at risk, and it's just not fair to the people of the Isle of Man. And what do they say? Oh, lessons have been learned. Sorry, that's just not good enough.